You guys look great. It's so nice seeing you again.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to
Good to see
see you
you.
again.
I'm Kennedy, and thank you so much for talking with me today.
Of
Thank
course,
you
thank
for
you for having
having
Thanks for
us.
being here.
Aryan, Grover steps into even bigger responsibilities this season. How did you approach his growth from loyal friend to true protector as the stakes rise in season two?
Good question.
Mm.
God, it's like one of the best questions I've gotten
That
today.
really is an amazing.
I have
Yeah.
to like actually sit and think about that. I think I think Grover's biggest arc this season is understanding that his quest for Pan is kind of, while it is a very external, literal thing, I think he has this tendency to kind of make people Pan. You know what I mean? I think he has this quest to kind of search for Percy and Annabeth and everything. You know, he's constantly thinking about them. And I think when he gets separated, he kind of has to internalize that quest. You know, it's the same thing as when people go on these, huge like religious like quests for self-actualization or
Yeah.
stuff like that. It stops becoming an external thing that you can kind of put your feelings and your emotions and your troubles on, and more of an internal thing that forces you to confront what you're feeling. And
Exactly.
I think the space of Polyphemus's cave is a very transformative. I think just any close quarter space on the sea is a very transformative place for Grover, and kind of forces him to be a protector in a different way, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
No, yeah, he's such a great character though. Like thinking about Percy and Annabeth, like while he's
Yeah.
like going through all of this, it's so crazy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie, Luke is one of the series' most complex and layered characters. How did you dive deeper into his motivations and mindset as this season raises the emotional and moral stakes around him?
Another fantastic question. Wow.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
I think I think really what was so helpful this season was just diving super deep into the why of it all. You know, even in that first moment in episode one when I'm poisoning Thalia's tree, you can look at that and be like, "Oh wow, Luke's killing his oldest friend," but on a deeper, more personal level, I think he's he's freeing her from her curse in that moment, he's and not on top of that, like this tree is protecting the very thing that they sort of despise, which was camp and where demigods go to train and to fight their parents' battles and go on quests and most likely not
Not
survive,
make it back.
and even if they do make it back,
We don't
no
get
reward. They
anything.
don't get anything,
Yeah.
And so, but also, yeah, and just diving deep into, why is Luke doing this? He's trying to create a better world because that's what he truly believes is right. He truly wants to bring back the golden age and create this utopia for every demigod and every living being, that is just, pawns to the gods.
Yeah.
And so having that, and I think that was something we talked about with Andrew, our acting coach, as well, was like
Amazing.
just having like that dream of the golden age sort of in the always.
The forefront of your
That's the
mind.
forefront of my mind. Just that is the end goal, and
Mhm.
that's what's driving him.
I
Um,
feel like he had like a good reason for what he was doing. So,
Yeah, like
absolutely,
villains,
absolutely,
like
yeah,
to be a good villain, you have
yeah,
to
you
really
know.
believe what you're doing is
exactly,
the better option.
yeah.
All right. Dior, Clarisse is such a fierce, determined, and fan favorite character. How did you approach expanding her personality and her role for this season?
It was a lot of prep. We all did a lot of prep, as we usually do. It was a lot of, the typical formula. You go in, you do all the research you can, and then once you know as much as you can about the character, you go in, and then for me, I like to create memories. So in my time alone, like I'll sit there and I'll kind of close my eyes and visualize and see things in my mind's eye of like, as Clarice, like, what was it like being young and meeting my dad for the first time or going to camp for the first time, or how did I feel and what did it smell like in the air when I had my first like capture the flag, like for example. So understanding everything that you can and finding everything that you can out there about your character, and then creating the backstory and the memories that isn't explicitly told to you in the script. And once you have those things down, then you go in and you apply that knowledge to the episode scripts or whatever script you're reading, as you're reading it and getting it in your body, so that when you get to set, it's all literally living within you, like energetically, somatically, like muscle memory. So you can kind of just black out and do
Yeah.
your best to be in the present. It's much easier said than done, but that's the typical process that I go through, and that's what I went with for Clarisse.
Oh yeah. They chose the best actors. You guys are so great.
Aw.
You are so
Thank
sweet,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Very kind.
It's so nice.
All right. Thank you for talking with me, Aryan, Charlie, and Dior. Look for Percy Jackson season 2 when it premieres on Disney Plus on December 10th, 2025.
You plugged our show for
Look
us.
at
Thank
that.
you so much.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
perfect.
Great to see
Thank
you
you so
again.
much.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
I'll see you at the premiere tomorrow.
I'll
and
see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.